Hi everyone, Corey here from Tales from a Polk County Girl, and in this video I'm going to go over my April goals and how I did with them, and we're going to jump in and look at what I have set up for May. Now if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I have overall goals that I want to meet for the year, and I keep those organized in this tab. I don't label my tabs, so but I went over that in another video. You guys remember from the January, I outlined what my 2018 goals would be, and then broke them down into quarters via the Passion Planner roadmap and how busy that is. So for April, if you recall, I just list some things out, and you guys, I've been trying to read more. I do a reading log, and I just put a check mark where on the nights that I do get to do some reading. The 12th, I wrote writing. I had these plot bunnies in my head, so instead of sitting in bed and reading, I sat in bed with one of my notebooks and just scribbled everything down, and it was awesome. I didn't do too badly, My Christmas batch of DIY break and bake is done. I finished off the Purple Perk cotton yarn, and if you want to see what those ended up looking like, I will have a link down in the description box for my knitting podcast. It's called Knitting All the Blankets. Still haven't done eBay write-ups. Those are... because when I do eBay write-ups, I like to do a bunch at once. I just got too busy this week and just didn't make time for it. Edit one on a short story I wrote. Yeah, I haven't started that either, but that's okay. I finished setting up my Patreon account. I spoke about this in a previous video. I do have a Patreon account to support my writing habit. There is a link for that down below if you'd like to check it out and think about becoming a patron. Check crock pots for candle making. I did check both of those and they work, which is awesome. So I don't think we're going to get to it this month because I have a friend that wants to come over and make candles with us. So I think actual candle making is going to happen in June, because that's when we can get together. But the crock pots work, and that's the important thing. I haven't planted my pepper seeds yet to get them started. I'm slacking on that, so I just need to go out and play in the dirt and get it done. Write out complete cowl pattern. I decided to try to make a knitting pattern. So I had written it out. I'd scribbled stuff down, but was actually writing everything out properly so that I could test it. So I got that done. As you guys know, in March, I wanted to get my telescope set up. I did get my telescope set up, and it comes with software that I need to look at. It teaches me how to use my telescope and all that. I still haven't looked at that software. So the fact that it took me 3 months to put my telescope together because I got it for Christmas, thinking that I would get to look at the software within the next month, is comical on my part. And then my reading log. So that was April. What have I set up for May? DIY break and bake up top, of course, since this is how I'm doing Christmas cookies. I pre-make all the dough, and it just makes for a less stressful Christmas for me. The next cotton color up is Burnout Lollipop. It's a twist yarn. It's a multicolored twist. Again, Knitting All the Blankets podcast is where you'll see all that. As well as the cowl, making the first one and testing the pattern. That's going to happen hopefully this month. This afternoon, I hope to get to Joann's to buy the first thing of yarn for it. Again, anything that has to do with my knitting, if you want to know more about it, just hop on over to my knitting podcast. eBay write-ups. We've got Memorial Day at the end of May, so that's a nice long 4-day weekend. I may try to get to it then. Edit one on obsession. It's left over from the previous month. Same as plant pepper seeds and telescope software. Anything that's left over from the previous month, I try to move it to the next month if it's something that is feasible. Books onto Amazon. I've got some any books that I have that I no longer want, I try to sell them on Amazon. There are some that they're not, if I type in their ISBN number, they don't come up, which means no one else has previously listed it. So I essentially have to do an entire write-up and take pictures to list it on Amazon. It's the same thing. Similarly, anything I'd have to do to list on eBay. If you're trying to list something on Amazon and it's not already on there, you essentially have to do the same thing. Gen Docs onto Etsy. I made some genealogy documents that I'm going to offer for sale in my Etsy shop. They're all typed up. Everything is done. I just have to list them. Pink yarn for Tiffy's shawl. Tiffy's, my good friend Tiffy, her shawl is going to be 3 different colors. I am on the first color. So I'm hoping to finish the pink portion of it this month. And I might, who knows. Right, introduction section for baking competition. So the next writing piece I'm going to work on is a narrative about participating in a baking competition where it's broken down very similarly. You've got your introduction part where you learn about the competitors. You've got round 1, aftermath of round 1 while they're waiting for the judging. Round 2, aftermath. Round 3, aftermath, and final judging. I just think it'll be fun to write. And then my reading log. I learned last month, because I didn't think about doing this until it was too late, of how much space 2 columns just takes up, and all I'm doing is writing a check mark. So I decided to do 3 columns this month. So that's what I plan on working on this month, and with my new prioritization thing that I'm doing, and once I'm more comfortable with this, I will do a video on it. But, you know, time stuff, blog stuff, laundry, want to do, that was how this weekend looked. And then last weekend looked totally different. Again, I'm trying to be better about prioritizing. So, again, once I'm more comfortable with that setup, I will do a video explaining it more, because learning to prioritize has been hard for me. Alright, so if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.